Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be doing some stuff with a Performa 550. Here we go. There's the front panel. There, Performa 550. The big thing is we worked on this one last week and we got no audio. So let's go to DIY Cam and actually... Oh, we got audio. Fooled you. No, we're fixed. No, actually, this is a LC575 board that's currently in here. And so what that's showing us is that our chassis... Where's my hands? There's my hands. Our chassis is good. So there's something wrong with the logic board. And so we'll hopefully figure that out. But before that, let's work on this. So this is the CD-ROM drive. If you checked my social media yesterday, you could see that I encountered some really awful caps on this thing, and I left some of it kind of awful. I fixed some of it. So we're gonna clean this up and redo these caps, see if the CD drive works, and then we will work on the Performa 550 logic board. Let's put this on the microscope so that you can just see how gross it is right here. Oh, that's not even the bad part. There's the bad part. Sorry, I'm kind of low energy today. So there you go. Look at some grossness while I say hi to folks in the chat. Who we got today? We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, who's not actually here, but hello, Dave. We got Bomb, Callan, Garth Beagle, Francois Reval, Trinus Technobabble, Jack68K, All Things DG. Who else is here? I80386SX. Ooh, that's the smoothest I've ever said your name. Nice job, John. Hi, Jesse. And Julian Brown, welcome to the channel. What war happened to this board? Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thanks for hanging out today. Make sure to hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. So yeah, check my social medias. I meant to grab some pictures and be able to show you on the stream, but it's all on the social media. So what we're gonna do, this is just after removing the caps and just kind of letting it go. It was wet. All of the solder mask that you can see is lifted up there was all rippled and gross. So what we're gonna do first, we're just gonna throw some flux on here, and we're gonna have to get this is so there's lots of arguments on ways to remove capacitors. See these little solder balls that are on there? That's one of the reasons why a good argument against using the hot air method, because sometimes you get these little solder balls that pop up and fly all around your board, and then they can fly under chips and cause issues. But gosh darn it, I hate tearing pads, and this is the best way that I've found to not tear pads. So what else are we gonna do here? Hey, lazy blue goat. Let's see. So yeah, this thing's pretty gross, but I think it'll clean up. If we go and check out what I did yesterday, you can see there was a lot of solder mask that came off the board. I checked all the traces, like all these little traces. They all are good. Traces up here, they're all good. I think everything's fine here. This is fine. Everything's fine. But this section is gonna need some love. So I got bombed with the twist off method for life. Oh, you're such a savage. Oh, you savage. And of course, I'm joking. Like, it's always fun when there's internet arguments about, well, it's not always fun about internet arguments about anything, but about stupid stuff like preferred methods for removing caps. Whatever works for you, do it. As long as you're happy and you can sleep with yourself at night. You know, I don't know how Gut Bomb does it. Oh, that one we don't really need. He's a twister. He loves twisting his caps. And you can see, like, just as we're touching this, all of this solder mask is just coming right off of the board. It's fine. This is all good. We know what we're doing. No, we don't. We don't know what we're doing. But it's okay. It's really gross. It's really gross. So this is a Sony CDU561 drive that was in this computer. I think it's also called the Apple 300i or something like that. Garth probably knows the proper number and can correct me. I didn't take all of it apart because I was feeling lazy yesterday. I just wanted to get this stupid thing apart, and so I didn't fully disassemble the drive. I just took off what I needed to. Oh, I gotta clean my tip. So anyway, just gonna grab up all those little solder balls that have gone away. Or this is a 200i maybe. Hey, Rudy. Another system. I picked up another system this week. Things have a way of finding me. So I got a K-Pro 2, and that is K-Pro as in the number 2, which is different from K-Pro, the Roman numeral 2, because apparently they needed to have all of the different variations of 2 that were possible. And so the first video I watched to learn about the K-Pro 2, Rudy's Retro Intel. You definitely want to go check out Rudy's Retro Intel. Nice little video on using a floppy emulator on your K-Pro 2. This is gross. This is gross. This probably should get an ultrasonic bath, but I haven't had time to go and do that. So we are gonna, what do the kids say? We're gonna raw dog this. We are gonna just go without ultrasonic cleaning. See what happens. See if this drive actually works. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to disassemble it. What a freaking mess. Oh, freaking mess. Look at this Q-tip. Oh, that's gross. That's gross. And Tech Ambrosia's here. Hello, Amber. Welcome. What a freaking mess. You and your leaky little capacitors. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that I made a little capacitor map for this board. It's under the video description. So if you ever need to recap one of these, there's a resource that can help you. Because if you're like me, you like to rip the caps off, go and ultrasonic this thing, and then you forget where the caps went. So hopefully we won't do that today. Well, we know we won't because we already made our capacitor map up. There we go. Was this drive in a landfill? No, it was not. Well, actually, I don't know. It could have been. This was a Facebook Marketplace find. Gutbomb went over and picked it up for me. And I picked it up from him some days later. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is put some more solder mask, or solder mask. Put some more flux in this area and really make sure that we cover up all that bare copper. Make sure to clean our tip. Clean your tip, John. We want all that bare copper nice and covered up. We're just going to use our solder braid. It's like a little polishy dealy. There we go. Around. Oh, there's so much flux on this board. I'm surprised it was able to corrode it all due to how much flux was on this thing. Every time I touch it with the isopropanol, it's like it just oozes off the back. It's sticky. It's probably the stickiest board I've ever touched. All due to the flux. All right, there we go. That's nice. I can live with that. I can sleep tonight. Everyone will be okay. Look at that. Ew. It's gross. But yeah, this drive was really disgusting in other ways too. Like the just the dust that was inside there, inside the mechanism. It's very, very gross. Oh, Jack 68K. Say it ain't so. Says he doesn't see it working in the long haul. Look at this. This cleaned up nice. This is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this board. Okie dokie. Jesse says that's what they said about my car. All right, so let's dab on some flux. Oh, we gotta dry this a little bit. Let's dry this a little bit. Oh, I also wanted to show off. I came up with a new high-tech technique for, let's see, I think it was that one and that one and that one and that one, that one and that one, for heat shields for desoldering. So I'll show you that momentarily. Let me just double check my map. Where did my map go? Ah, come on, where'd it go? One moment, please. Light gets funky when we lose our solder mask. Yep, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caps in this area. There's 347 microfarads, 16 volts, and 210 microfarads, 16 volts. 10 microfarad, 16 volts. Let's do our 4716s because we love 4716s here at the BigBadBench. Thankfully, I have a decent supply of them. They're probably going to be like 20 bucks a piece coming up soon. If anyone needs some recapping work done, my labor cost will be whatever the caps are times 2. Oh, you little jerk. Get back up here, you cap. Should have had all my little caps ready to go. Oh, I'm so unprepared. I was watching Epictronics' new video today. 4716. Black stripe was up on the cap, so that means that goes like that. So the originals were obviously electrolytics, which is why we got all that juice all over the place. And these are tantalums, and the stripe is opposite from electrolytics to tantalums. That one is also positive. This side you can kind of make out the leftover bits there. Oh, where is that? There we go. What kind of McDonald's are you going to get, Trina? Hey, 1 bit. How's it going? All right. Then down here, we got this guy. Positive. Goes on that side. Okie dokie. Let's throw some solder at this mess. The BigBadBench is, again, full. So I cannot properly orient the board to make it easier to work on. The other thing we're going to double check before we put this back together, and remind me if I forget, is to make sure that we don't short out the positives and negatives here. Because whenever you lose this much solder mask, it is very easy to short something out that you should not. Come on, John. What's going on? There we go. A little bit of a ground plane, or yeah, that side's ground plane heat soak going on there. Big Mac meal with extra pickles. Okay. Okay. So that's that one, that one. And if we look at my map, we got our caps all oriented properly. All right, so now we got 10 microfarad, 16 volts. We got a couple of those ready to go. Right on the top. Gutbomb asked if I got around to playing any of the Dark Souls games. He told me no. I'm sorry, Gutbomb. I have not. But I was actually just thinking yesterday that I would really like to play some freaking video games. So, maybe instead of breaking out the 520C and playing some SimCity, I'll play some Dark Souls on the PS5. Oh, come on. Come on, you jerk. Boop. Hey, Starbuck Tech, how's it going? Hello, Chad Johnson. Elden Ring, there we go. All right, so let me just double check my orientation on this guy. This one needs to go this way. Okay. This one, we can still see the solder mask, or the silk screening, sorry. You can still see the silk screen there, so we know which one that one goes. So, what Jack68K says, I hope you have a paint sprayer of solder mask ready. So that's why I coat everything with solder once I do, or like when I'm cleaning these up. I'm actually going to reflow these guys right here because they had some stuff. You know, you worry about the copper corroding, right? There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Did we lose any solder on any of these? No. Reflow these guys. Let's clean our tip and put a little flux on there. you know, if you get your copper coated with solder, it's not going to corrode, and as long as you don't short anything out, then it's probably fine. So like, you know, I generally, like if you're working on a power supply, right, you can see that a lot of times they just don't put solder mask on the traces, they just flow everything with solder. Okay. That's better. All right, let's clean up this mess, slap this drive back together, and let's see if this works. All right, so did everyone like the SpongeBob reference? I thought it was amusing. Oh, right, we gotta check to make sure we haven't shorted anything out. Okay. So nice and fresh. This is nice. This is beautiful. Everything's gonna work great. Everything's gonna work just fine. Who thinks this CD? Look at, oh my God, this is yellow. Oh, you can't really see that. This is all just like the flux coming off of the bottom of this board. Oh, it's so sticky. So fluxy. It's all fluxed up. Ugh. All right, let's check for shorts. Gonna go to beat mode. And I just broke my lead. Bloop. That's sad. Good. 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 See, that's what it looks like when you go full on short. That's that. Okay, that's good. So we're all good here. Everything is great. See, it beeps, but then it stops beeping. That's good. That's, I think, a fuse. What is the marking on that one? Oh no. That's a resistor. This one's a fuse. Is that one still good? Yeah, that one's still good. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we're good. Yuck. Okay. So let's go back to here. Oh, we got so much crap. So much crap on the BigBadBench. Okay. Sorry, we're gonna have to build this in the bottom corner here. Oh, I guess I should shut this down. We don't need that going right now. Shut down. So one of the things to consider is, like, I like to have Blue Scuzzies loaded up with all manner of images. Just make sure that you don't have an image that corresponds to the SCSI ID of the CD drive if you want to check your CD drive. And I think by default they use SCSI ID 3 on these. Just kind of looks, let's see, interface. Parity, so we got 0 and 1 on there. Is that SCSI ID 3? I don't know. I don't know. What else do we need to do here? I think that's it. Good. I remembered to put this back in. That's important. All my screws should be on there, so that's useful. Oh my God, my hands are so sticky from the flux. Hold on one moment, please. So this was the drive that was in this machine. And the thing about the 550 is that the front panel is for a caddy. And so I don't have a ton of caddy drives around that I can just slap in here. So I wanted to get the proper drive working. Okay. Let's see if we can get this all reassembled. All right, so we got tiny little cable there, little cable there. We got 2 out of 3 flat flexes. Flat flex. Make sure your little tabs are out, your little retention clip is out before you try to slide your flat flex in. And you slide your flat flex in. And then clip your dealie. Just like that. I want to make sure this one is fully seated, so we're going to reseat that one. Yep, that one's good. We'll use our tweezers to help. Tweeze, tweeze. Okay. So now that goes there like that. Oh, the other thing. These stupid caddy drives are such a pain in the butt. If you don't get the order of these things correct, it causes issues, but they come off relatively easy. The front panels come off relatively easy. Okay, so if we look here, this is the back. That goes like that. The front screws hold that in, so we don't have front screws there, but we do have back screws that we need to insert. Back screw, back screw, got a leg for a capacitor hanging out. Okay, then you slide this guy in, and that should go just down inside here. That's nice. Jack 68K recognized the board from the missing solder mask. Yeah. Okay. So now, this back dealie, there's little tabs in the bottom. They should kind of hinge in. There's little side clips. Oh no, did I do this wrong? Oh yeah, I did this wrong. Oh yeah. I think this is one of those situations you gotta actually install everything all in one shot. All right, Rudy, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. All right, taking it apart, taking it apart. Kind of goes in there. There we go. Clicked in. Now that's right. Now we can put our screws in. Sorry, folks. Screwed that one up. Oh, how will anyone ever believe anything I say again? The order was all wrong. Hello, PC emulator. Hello, pseudo memes. No, I don't stream on Twitch. I think I tried once. Come on. Get in here, you jerk. There it goes. Now we're clicking. Now we're clicking. Oh, that all fit nice. That's beautiful. Tech Ambrosia said, I screwed that one up. Yes. Good dad joke there, Tech Ambrosia. Hey, it's Ian Scott. How's it going, Ian? Definitely want to check out Ian's social media. There was some crazy stuff happening this week on Ian's social media. All right, so you can see this currently says caddy loaded. We don't want it to say that right now. Want this be there, I think. I know I always do this wrong the first time I put these back together. Hey, Brad Bell. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's put it in. Let's see what happens. We can always do something later. What's the worst that can happen? We got to take it all apart again. Okay. Now that's in there. Screw there. Screw there. All right. Oh, then we got to put our dealie on the back, our adapter majig. Where are you, adapter majig? There we go. That guy, I think that goes in here like that. If that doesn't fit, we'll know why. Nope, goes the other way. Nope, goes that way. Don't see how, but whatever. Oh, because I have this in the wrong way. Okay. Oh, nice. So these things I lubricate all of inside there with deoxit so that they slide in easier and back out. Oh shoot, I forgot to show off my little heat things. I'll show you in another way. Remember to remind me. All right, let's go. Again, if this chassis has fine audio, it's just our 550 does not see the audio. All right, Callan, 50-50 they work, yeah. Some are just plain dead. Okay, extension's off. Oh, let's go back to there. Oh, I gotta find a caddy. Oh, here's one. Okay. That's fine. We need I think this is a Mac Harry in the Haunted House. So this currently says caddy loaded. I'm gonna pull that up manually. It inserted, so that's something. Let's see, do I have... I should have silver whatchamadoodle installed. Okay, so it sees the drive. But it is not seeing a CD-ROM inserted. So that could be a problem. I might have not put this back together properly, mechanically. Oh God. Oh, it's making terrible noises. I hear the disc spinning. Oh. Did a thing. Sees that there's a disc in there. Oh. Socket wench, hello. Well, it's not the hard drive that wishes it, but it's the CD drive. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut this down. I'm gonna take that faceplate off. I want to see if it's the faceplate that's interfering. Faceplates on these were so wonky. Where does that even go? What do we have for buttons in this thing? Oh, right. Okay, there we go. Okay, got our drive back out. Let's try it again. That sound is so nice. I wish the other board would sound that nice. Oh my God, we've already been going for 45 minutes and we haven't addressed the main issue that we cared about today. Oh geez, oh geez, look, I'm stressed. Oh my God. Ooh, come on. Oh, I forgot to do a thing. This board currently does not have the serial chips installed, and if you try to boot it up, it will not boot up. So I have to boot with extensions disabled, and that will make it work. So if anyone has any systems that sort of hang on boot unexpectedly, maybe check out your serial chips. Oh, Callan says it's easier to put the front door on it with it in the down position. Okay, then everything lines up properly. No, I don't think I'll be doing a 6-hour stream, Trina. Come on, you guy. Boot up, you guy. It doesn't like when I shut it off in the middle of booting up. Oh, come on. I should have had a 7.1 install ready to go on this. This is 7.5.3, I think, which does take a little long anyway, but especially when I make it angry. How's our camera look? Are we in good focus? I think we're in good focus there. Come on, boot up, buddy. Yes, I know, I don't have a battery in there. Okay, here we go. Spinning. Ooh, okay. There it goes. It's a little stuck. It was a little stuck. Let's try again. Well, it's sort of seeing things. Oh, there it goes. It just wasn't mounting. Yay! It's the little things that get me excited. Oh, I don't have enough RAM for Harry. Oh, Harry is disappointed in us. Oh, I guess I should... Guess I should get my microphone back. Let's see. Sorry, folks. Sorry for the wonky sound for a moment. Yes, Harry is disappointed in us. Oh well, that's okay. Alright, let's put you in the trash. Oh, it ejected nicely. Let's go back in. There we go. Yay! That is epic. Okay, cool. So I think what I'm going to do is flop this in there. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing right now. But while that's in there, I'm making sure that the oh, and it's mad. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that back in. Okay, well, it's working. So you all believe that. All right, time for the bigger problem. So now Mac 84 is here. Now we can have fun. Okay, let's see here. Let's go back to here. Okay. So what we need to do, let's get rid of this, get rid of that, hide these over here for the moment. Oh, so these are my new favorite type of highly technical heat shields for desoldering. One of those little packs of solder or capacitors in there was like around a bunch of plastic, and I used these. These are just little pieces of aluminum trim material. I was doing some trim work kind of stuff the other day, and I was like, hey, these might make neat heat shields, and they bend real easily. You can use just like pliers to bend it up, and so normally I melt the hell out of that socket in these CD drives, but I use these and it worked great. So this is my new little tool. You can bend them up and make all kinds of little structures. Works better than my normal rusty razor blade type of heat shield, you know, because you can bend it and make them a little smaller. So we're increasing our technicality here. Yeah. All right. So now let's rip out this 575 logic board. I always power this off when I switch logic boards. So that's good. Here is our recapped 550 logic board. So the 575 is a 68040 processor. The 550 is a 68030 processor. And from what I can tell, this board is basically similar, or I think it is basically identical to the Color Classic 2 board. But the pinouts are the same as the 575. The chassis is the same as the 575. Chassis is the same as the Mac TV, basically, functionally. And the pinouts are the same as the Mac TV. All right, so we're going to put this in. Power this up. Okay, so we're all plugged in. When you click these, you can hear the degaussing coil go. That's what you hear first, and then when you power it up, hear the screen kick on. I can see my blue SCSI. But what you did not hear there was the chime, right? And this should power it. Well, this should go. Normally it goes. Did I not plug in the blue SCSI all the way? Steve wants me to do manual. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Eep. In honor of Steve, of course. Okay, there we go. My blue SCSI was loose, I guess. Thanks, Steve, for reminding folks to hit the like. Okay, so one of the things, I didn't have my little external amplifier around recently. I just finally set that all up. Normally I have a little external amplifier that I mount underneath the BigBadBench so that I can test audio to things. And so what we're going to do is test the audio on this board, because I haven't done that yet, the actual jacks. So this has, you can't see it, but there's one sort of in the chin here for headphones, and then there's a speaker jack in the back. So let's see what happens with those. Okay. All right, so we're gonna plug this in to the rear speaker jack, and let's go to the sound control panel. Jack 68K will withhold his like until he hears a chime. Alright, so let's see if the speaker jack works. Yes. And the volume works. Okay, so now what about the headphone jack in the front of this dealie? Damn. I was hoping sound would just be broken and that it would just be as easy as swapping the DFAC II chip. And what that's telling me is that this is not as easy as swapping the DFAC II chip. So the issue is, let's look at yeah, so at least Jack 68K can, well, he can't hear a chime, but we could do the Sosumi. Oh, we got to do a wild eep for Steve, of course. There we go. Jack 68K will like now. So what the heck does this mean? What the heck does this mean? So let's look at this. So this, we don't have a schematic for this board. Sorry. Let's, I forget what I'm doing. Am I running a stream here? Are you all hanging out? What's happening? Okay, here we go. That is the schematic of the sound section for a color classic. And if we look here, go to our phones, our headphones, and that's all we got here. And I think this is very, very different. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show you the audio inside of Mac OS does not work either. Shoot, let me power that up and prove it. Oh, what happens if we power up with this plugged in? Yeah, so we have chime. So this is purely some type of speaker issue. And the speakers are fine. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. And I gotta find what's the LC. Oh, one moment, please. Take a look at that for a moment. What are you all looking at right now? So can anyone see the problem there? Because certainly I cannot. All right, so let's, what I'm gonna do real quick is this. I'm gonna unplug this, go back into the sound. So that's, Gutbomb asked the perfect question. How similar is the 550 to the 575? Because yeah, we have 575 schematics. One moment, please. I will pull those up. These are my we can close this off. I have too many windows open. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone. We will figure out how to stream some year. I promise you. So you can see there that we got no sound, right? Plug in. We now have sound. Okay, so the ports are working, but the internal speakers do not work here. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay, so here is the LC575 schematic. Over here. Let's shoot this guy over here. And I think over here is our audio output section. These are our ins. Oh, here's our out. So yeah, so if we look here at the color classic, it's just we got our headphones. Not exactly sure where the speakers go in the color classic, but with this we got our out left, our out right, and we have a sense. So the sense comes into this 74HCO2. Can you all see what I'm doing here? Yeah, okay. Got some kind of dealy happening there, and then we go out to the front panel. And we got our left, our right, our amp output enable. So that one's interesting. So what do we get there? So that one, the amp output enable goes through there. And then we also have a front sense. So we have our rear sense, we have our front sense. Our rear sense goes through the back. It seems to me like our front sense and our rear senses are working. So it's basically figuring out like, okay, if we have all these things plugged in, do we need to turn on the amp? And to me, it feels like the amp isn't getting turned on in this. Okay, so what we need to look for on the 575 is U29, R51. Oh, there is no resistor, so that's interesting. So our front sense and our rear sense both have resistors, 51 and 52. Our output enable, amp output enable, does not have a resistor. Okay, so that one, we can go right to the logic chip. If we look for our front sense, we're going to have to go through a resistor, and that's going to make it harder to find. So U29, so oh, these are all just different pins on U29. Okay. Gutbomb asks if you put your ear right up to the speaker. I hear nothing. I hear absolutely nothing. All right, so let's look at the 575 board. I think what I'm going to do... that stupid 550 chassis is so big. It's so hard to work on anything else with this guy. It just takes up the whole freaking thing. All right, let's look. Let's see if we can start teasing out this mess. I have a feeling this is gonna worsen my headache for today. So we're gonna get as far as we can, but schematics. Oh, I actually have the schematics right here because I was working on the cursed 575 board. I have them printed out like an old man. All right, let's get this all off of the BigBadBench and let's get to our logic boards. Okay, everything will be fine. Oh, there we go. Old man noises, Okay, so this is page 13, and then I think we're also gonna need page 14, because this has the panel connector dealy on it. All right, so let's look at things. So let's stop looking at schematic. Let's go back to here. There's this. Okay, so remember, this is our 575, this is our 550. If I forget, just remind me. Boop. Okay, let's get rid of our blue SCSI. We're not going to use that right now. Okay, let's find pages 13 and 15. No, 13 and 14. Yeah, here's that thing we were just looking at. So there's our 74 HCO2, that's U29. Where's U29? It's right there. There's U29. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, that's good. And yeah, that's the thing. I can only look at schematics for so long before my eyeballs get crossed and I can't look at anything ever again. So we care about the amp output enable pin, and that goes to pin 6. And our amp output enable is down here. Oh, you can't see. This is good TV right here. So due to the fact that we're getting audio to the front makes me think that it's the audio is fine. I think it's just not turning on the amplifier. So amp output enable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pins up for this one. So there's the power bit, the big one, and the little one. There's our little one. And I think I remember these being backwards. So everything that's labeled here, the left side is actually the right side. And again, we want pin 6 of U29. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we want 1. Are we in beep mode? We're beeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So there we go. So on the 575, we know that this pin goes to that pin on U29, and it's a 74HC02. I'm gonna put a dot on there just so I remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this board wasn't like super corroded or anything. So it's not that. Oh, one other thing I tried. These boards do have mixed ground planes, and so I tried tying all the ground planes together, and that didn't change anything. Just in case anyone was wondering. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what does the dot mean? Yeah, I won't remember tomorrow, but I'll go back and watch the stream. So we have a chip there, and we have a chip here that's in a similar area. This is 74HC04. 74HC04, is that really similar to a HC02? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, nope. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nope, that's not it. Or, well, maybe it is and it's not connected somewhere. Yeah, well, that's just going through a capacitor. So what do we got here? I wonder if they're using something else. That's a 245. That's a resistor pack. No. Oh, here's the 74HC02. Oh, yeah! So we have a connection. So that means our trace isn't busted. Well, that's interesting. Huh. Huh. Oh, Jack 68K with dropping the knowledge. An O2 is a NOR gate and an O4 is an inverter. So yeah, it's not an O4, but we found it. We found the O2. It looks like it might be shorted. on this one, what do we do? Oh, nope, that one was also shorted. It was pin, what? What pin was it? Pin 6. Yeah. Okay, well that sucks. So that's how it's supposed to be. Well, that's good to know that oh geez. Oh, we dropped the keyboard. Okay. So we got that. Go into there. That's useful. I want to see where this trace goes. Let's see. Let's look at this under the microscope. At least we know where this is now. So that's kind of useful. Okay. So that trace goes through there, it goes around, and it looks like it wraps around to pin 1. So that is what that one's supposed to do. Now, so what that means is that, oh, this is still U29. They call it U29 on this board too. Okay. Well, that's useful. So what do we got here with U29? Comparing that one and that one. R50 and R47. Our resistors are labeled very different things. Let's check our resistors around here. It looks like it only uses some of the pins on that. Switch to ohms mode. So these are, what are they? 473. So those are 47 kilo ohms. That's 47 kilo ohms. That one's 47 kilo ohms. So our resistors there are good. What's this one? That is a 103. So that's 10 kilo ohms. That's 10 kilo ohms. Okay. That's good. What else do we got? Looks like we don't have a whole lot. I don't know. Should we just try swapping this chip and see if it does anything? I want to see. Oh, yeah, that's not going to be on a. I was hoping that we could use a 475 as a parts board, but all of that stuff is specific to the 550 and 575 because it has the edge connector, and that's gonna sense if it's connected or not. So that's all separate logic. So the 475 uses the same DFAC II sound chip as these, but it doesn't have to worry about having the same sense logic. I do not have a Color Classic board now. I do have a Mac TV. Now let's try just swapping this chip and see what happens. Because it seems like this chip is responsible for a lot of the sense logic. And since we know we have a connection there, to me that feels like an important thing to look at. So we're at 350 degrees Celsius here with our hot air. Am I right there? Yeah, we're at 350. Come on. It's a little chilly today. Maybe that's what's happening. Okay, are we back? Oh man, jeez. I knew as soon as I said it's chilly out. I was like, oh crap! I have my space heater plugged in, and yep, blew the stream. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so the chip came off. Just a heads up, these chips are glued on, so they are a little bit scary. Yes, Jack 68K, we can watch what I'm doing, or I can be warm, one or the other. That's it. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry. Alright, so this is my good one. Let's see if I have any of these around. Well, we don't know that this is actually the cause yet. So it's always scary ripping chips off that are glued down because you don't know. Yeah, see, our solder's melted. And so you're worried about tearing your pads, but it's just because it was glued down. Okay, so this is our good one. I'm gonna set you on the CD drive for a moment. I'm gonna take you, this was our theoretically bad one. Let's do you this way. I'm typically not great at soldering like this, but there we go. Yeah, no, I'm great at soldering like that. Okay. So there's that one. Did I orient that correctly? Yeah. No. That one's opposite. Oh, that was a nice soldering job, and I put it on backwards. All right, this side, the stripe goes up on this one. Okay. Dope. Of course, you can use a little flux, and that helps in situations like this. But be okay. Now we got to go back and flip this one over because it's backwards. Yeah, so typically when I do this, like as Gut Bomb says, I suck at this. I will typically just take all the solder off with solder braid and then just reflow the chip with my regular soldering. Oh geez, that's part of the reason I'm not a big fan of these. Okay. All right, there we go. Fully expect everyone to have revoked their likes. So the stripe dot, that's how you know which way those are supposed to go. Just gonna hit this with the soldering iron again, just real quick, just to make sure that everything's connected up real nice. Just to make sure that's not our problem. Put a little bit more solder on that one. Okay. That one looks really good. I did a good job there. Give me a like for doing a good job. Good job, John. My semester just ended this week, so my brain is like pretty much fried at this point. I'm lucky that my brain is working well enough to get out of bed and do a stream today. So I will take that as a good thing. This, uh-oh, we lost that. Okay. All right, so hold on one moment, please. Gonna get the 550 chassis back out, and I'm gonna get, oh man, I just banged it on the BigBadBench. It probably shattered into more million pieces. Okay, so here's our 575 with the chip from the 550. Some electricity. Alright, and actually all I really care about with this one is chime. So let's see what happens in 3, 2, 1. We got chime. So it's not the chip. Okay. It's not the chip. Let's make sure it powers up. We'll double check with the other chip too. Okay, so it powered up. More focus is off. There we go. All right. Shut off. And just for poops and giggles, even though I don't think it'll work, let's put the 550 board back in. And it powered up, no chime. Okay. Okay. So what the heck does that mean? Where are we now? So I guess what we could check is pin 4. This one's going to be a little tricky. Scope, probe the sense stuff. Yeah, okay. Gut bomb. So you know what we're gonna have to do now? One moment, please. I gotta switch up. My phone has decided to disconnect here. Where are we? There, there. Having issues. Oh, sorry folks, technical issues. This is what happens when... Hey Mark Anning, hello. We are having technical issues because... Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, people. I lost power because I'm an idiot. Uh-oh. And now my keyboard's dead. Come on. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay. All right. All right. As Gut Bomb is saying, it's time to break out the abomination. No worries. Thank you for coming, regardless. So, for those of you that have never seen this, this is the abomination. It's basically the insides of a LC575 but I also wired it up so that you can use the later model board connections. So what this lets us do is sort of probe things while the system's running. So what we're gonna do, what are we gonna do? What's going on? What are we stuck on? There we go. All right, so I guess, and you know what's gonna be a problem is that we won't be able to tell exactly what's happening because of our grounds are not all grounded. So we got our scope, and we're going to attach to one of these grounds. All right, where was all the crap we were just working on? All right, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4. What chips were we looking at? We want pin 6 of HCO2. Oh, I guess I should plug this in. We should have a keyboard. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm dropping things. What the heck, bro? Oh, what a mess. Oh. There. Let's see. There are some dangly bits inside here, so I just want to make sure they're not going to short out before we plug this in. Three, two, one. Okay, that's good. And I think the 575 works with the sound on this. Yeah, it was just real quiet, but it just worked because it's down. All right, so what does that look like? So pin 1 is high, 2 is doing nothing, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is just high. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything. Oh, I can't show you. The PowerJank 575. Okay, so that's something. There's that dot, and we're high. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna try to make it so you can see the scope. Boop, 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 boo. So we have oscilloscope. There it is. There it is. Okay, so if we probe pin 1, it's high, and if we probe pin 6, it's also high, which according to the schematics, where did pin 1 go? Oh, pin 1, okay. Yeah, they're tied together. Pin 1 and 6 are tied in the schematics. I should have seen that before. So, whatever. They go high. So what about front sense? Pin 3. 1, 2, 3. That's low. I don't have. Actually, I don't know if I have the front audio connected to this or not. I have the thing here. Whoa, geez. That was almost really bad. Yeah, I should probably do something about mounting that. What happens? Okay, so that audio works. Okay, so now what happens if we go to pin 3 with our front sense connected? 1, 2, 3. We're high. Okay, so that tells us how this thing should behave, right? Because if we unplug that, that one should now be low. That one's low. Okay, we're learning things. Yeah, we're learning things. Okay, all right. So this is something. Okay. So remember, pin 3 was low, but when we plugged a thing in, it went high. Now, the issue is we need to decide on a ground that will actually be connected. Otherwise, this is kind of useless. Let's plug this in just for, let's just make sure it chimes. Oops. Power on. Uh-oh. Doesn't want to chime. Uh-oh. Did we plug in the right board? Yeah. That's good. Power on. Oh, we didn't plug in the keyboard. Gotta plug in the keyboard if we want to power on, John. Sometimes, man. Sometimes. All right, let's plug this in. Let's see if we get a chime. Yep, we get a chime. Okay, so where did that chip go? 1, 2, 3. Our sense pin goes high. That's interesting. That's showing low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's interesting. So our amp output enable is low here. Okay. Okay. We learned something more different. What happens when we plug in? When we unplug that, so that was pin 3. That should have gone low now. Nope, that's still high. That one's low. 1, 2. No, there it is. Okay, nope, that's high. So what happens? What if we just force that high? So one of the weird things is, so that's pin 1, there's pin 2, pin 3 is still high, even though I just unplugged that headphone port. Four is high, 5 is low, 6 is low. All right, so let's try something. What if we put a little jumper between pin 3? It won't tell us exactly what's wrong. But if we put a jumper between pin 3 and pin 1, and that's high, that should theoretically bring that other one high, right? Am I thinking, does that make sense to anyone? Sorry, Steve. Yeah. So what we found is that in here, oh no, schematics go this way. When we had the 575 board plugged into the Abomination, pin 6 is high, and that's our amp output enable. And so what I'm going to do is a little jumper. I'm just going to install a little jumper between pin 3, which we saw was high, and pin 6. And let's see, or actually we could do pin 1 because pin 1's bigger. Where's our microscope? There's our microscope. Little wire. Just want to confirm that pin 1 and 3 are not currently connected. No, but 1 and 6 are connected. Okay. So yeah, let's see if we can connect 1 and 3 like that. Pin 6 was high regardless on the 575 board. I apologize how ugly this bodge is going to be. All right, let's see if that works. That's enameled wire, so it might not have melted. Nope, that worked. Okay, we're still connected there. Hey, Joe. All right, so let's try this. So, if this does that, so you've missed all manner of fun. We found where this 74 HCO2 is on, that's normally on a 575. We found it on the 550. We found that our problem is not due to the 74 O2, but that there's something going on here. All right, so let's connect this up just in case we want to probe some junk. Let's go back. Oh, we want to go back to the oscilloscope mode. Okay. So if that jumper works, we should get a chime. If that's our reason. 3, 2, 1. Chime. Cool. That was cool. Oh, look at that. That's doing a thing. That's oscillating. Why is that oscillating now? It's mad, bro. We plugged it somewhere where it shouldn't go. Okay, so why is that not going high like it should? So basically our issue we've now figured out is that our amp output enable pin was not going high. All right, let's shut this off and let's look at the schematics one more time. Yay, we learned something. That's freaking cool. Normally it takes me hours to figure this shit out. Okay, so what are our choices? Oh, what are all these little... Oh, man. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I guess that's... I thought I did that. I thought I checked... All right. I thought I checked the headphone ports, but maybe I didn't. All right, so we're still in beep mode. So if I've read headphone jacks properly, basically what I think should happen is that when nothing's plugged in, pin 2 and pin 5 should be shorted, and pin 3 and pin 4 should be shorted, right? Nothing else is shorted, yeah. 2 to 5, 3 and 4. And so on this one, nothing plugged in. Pin 2 to 5, 3 and 4. Yeah, so I think the headphone jack is fine. No, sorry, we're done with you. You don't need to beep anymore. So, now what? Now we got all these little oh, look at all these guys. Look at all these guys. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q5, Q4, Q6. Okay, so Q1, they're all there. That's all these guys. What are all these guys doing? I don't know. But I bet you it's one of these guys that's our problem. The little transistor guys. Can I look? We have those same transistors. We do not have those same transistors. Let's look at here. I'm ready to just say screw it and leave that jumper in place. I mean, the sound works. That's really all I cared about. Okay. All right. So we have a Q2. Oh, there's Q3, Q4. Really? You're going to have Q3, Q4 go all the way over there? Do we have any transistors on this side? No. This side is clear of transistors. So what did we got here? This says, looks like 1P. And this one is 2AR. What do we got on the back of the 575? 1 AM, 1 AM, 1 AM, 1 AM, 1 AM. So that's all of those are the same. I don't know. Oh. But all right, so here's now my brain is yeah, I'm definitely getting a headache. But remember when we were just looking at the 575 and we probed these and things were working properly, they were stuck high, right? Well, now that I've jumped these two, they were oscillating. So that would tell us that there's a transistor doing a thing, right? That's probably the technical the technical term for that. A transistor doing a thing. So I feel like those are not the same Q3 and Q4 as we had on the 575. Let's check some of these other resistors around here. Let's see. What are we doing? What are we even doing? Does that even go? That feels like it doesn't even... I don't think it works with these. Where would they come out of? They dealt with... Sorry, one moment. So pin 1 of the audio output jack should connect to a bunch of them. Alright, so let's check the 575 board and see if that's what's happening. Let's... Okay, so there's pin 1 of the audio output jack. Oh, because these aren't being switched. Oh, well, yeah, that, so it's really just that one switching, that one switching, that one switches, that one switches, that one's going to ground out, that one's going to ground out, that's going to ground out, that's going to ground out, that one's going to ground out, but these are switched. Okay. So do we have any that are doing something similar? We got no more transistors that look like they're doing anything like that. Yeah, this circuit is very different from the 575. So maybe it's just like a bad resistor or something. Yeah, but there's nothing. There is nothing on this side of the board. So it'd be interesting to know. Now I'm gonna have to disconnect that jumper. Steve, did you try the jumper? Did that make your audio work? So I guess what we could do is take this pin 3 and figure out what it does. So we did check that resistor. That resistor is fine. This goes over to the other side of the board. And then comes down to here. That's connected. That resistor's fine. I think in this one, it looks like they're just using resistors to sort of do the logic. No, now we got to go all the way to the other part of the board. Alright, well, that ain't happening. I can't do that on stream. My brain cannot handle that. What about these resistors? Or, well, no, there's just one resistor. 10 kilo ohm. That one is correct. Dang. We're so close. We are so close. We almost have a thing figured out. So there's something about that's not getting pulled to where it should. Well, I think what I'm gonna do for the time being, I think I'm gonna leave that jumper in and have a think about this. Because it's gonna take me a long time to trace out where those go, because these basically just head off in other places. And I gotta, without the same logic on the 575 schematic, it's gonna be hard to kind of figure out what's happening there. Oh yeah, sorry Steve, yeah, you're not gonna, because yeah, the audio is on the analog board. Yeah. Okay. Well, so you know, we got some audio. That is more than I thought we'd accomplish today. I figured that I was gonna have to replace the DFAC chip. I was hoping that that's what it was, but we're just gonna rig this up. This is janky enough for our purposes right now. And someday when I have some excess brain power, I'll try to figure that out in more detail. Sure would be nice if anyone has any 550 schematics hiding somewhere. Make sure to share them with the community, because then maybe it would be easier to figure this thing out. But I'm glad that we found this chip as part of the equivalent. So this is the same as U29 on the 575, which we have schematics for. So, you know, it's also U29 here. So yeah, we got some sound. Yeah. Well, so on these systems, you know, the audio amplifier is built into the analog board. Theoretically, you should just be able to hook audio up to your back panel and it should work. Do you not have that? Oh, I guess what we should do is actually try this in the real computer. Let's try our bodge in the real machine. Ugh. Right, that's what we wanted, pin 3. Yeah, pin 3. Okay, good job. Good job, Abomination. You helped us figure something out today. That was very useful. Thank you for your service. I'm gonna get you back out later and work on the cursed LC575 again. But let's try our little bodge in the real deal 550. So this is our bodged 550 in our 550 chassis. Yeah, the abomination has been really useful for working on these edge connector boards. I have a 5200 that I just got in that I need to work on, so it'll be useful for that too. And well, first up is finishing III DIY's LC575. That's my priority right now. Okay, power on. 3, 2, 1. We got chime. So it's working. It's not working properly, but it's working. Yeah, this has been fun. Okay, so what did we do today? We recapped a CD-ROM drive. That wound up working. I still got to put the faceplate back on. That's always fiddly to get those slot caddy drives sorted out. We figured some stuff out about this 550 board, which is very cool because we don't have a schematic, and so we had to go based off of stuff that we learned from the 575 schematic. I just love hearing the chime now. So that was something. It's always fun when you can use a schematic to fix a thing. It's definitely a part of my toolkit that I'm still learning, but yeah, it's very fun. Oh yeah, we went long today. Sorry folks, normally I like to keep it shorter than that, but I was sort of on a roll there. But yeah, I've lost my juice. I just want to go in here and make sure that sound works inside of Mac OS before we finish up for the day. Thank you, All Things TG. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you don't mind hitting the like button. Oh, it looks like my stream on my end is a little angry. So whew. Come on, boot up, you thing. Almost there. Sorry, folks. I just want to prove that our sound works inside of Mac OS now. Sorry for flickering. It's interesting. I just had it perfectly tuned earlier. Oh, probably has something to do with the fact that I lost power for that time. Okay, I'll have to fix the camera again. Sorry, folks. Yeah, sorry for the power loss. Oh God, I'm an idiot. It's like, oh, it's chilly out today. Oh no, I have my heater plugged in and my hot air going. Boof, power dead. So yeah, that was elegant. That was very elegant. Come on, thing. It was an emotional stream. We went through a range of emotions today. Success, failure, a little bit of success. Yep. And Eep's excited. Yep, and the volume is working properly. Okay, well there we go. What happens, we should be able to get this now if we plug in audio in the back. It should go to my other thing. Yep. So that all still works. Our front panel still work. Actually, oh no, it is. It is. Okay, so, I mean, so doing it the wrong way, it's working. So, you know, it's fine. Okay, well, we're going to call that a stream. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button. And I'm not going to be able to stream next week. I'm going to try to sneak in a weekday stream this week. I really need to get those DIP 16 sockets in so I can finish up the Commodore PC20. But I got screwed over by a bad eBay seller, so I don't know. But if they come in, we're gonna work on that. But yeah, I won't be able to stream next Saturday like normally. Okay, have a lovely week, you all. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will talk to you at some point. Keep your eyes on social media. I might, if I have any updates for what's happening with this dealie. And oh, I imagine gut bomb that it's probably yes. It's kind of hard to figure out because my other sound is too high, but I'll work on figuring that out too. Okay, have a lovely week, y'all. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself. Bye.